Hello, welcome to our lesson on variables and expressions. Well, let's start by writing down a couple of definitions. A variable is a letter used to represent a number, and the number can change. Examples of variables would be like the letter X or the letter Y. So those are probably the two most common variables that we see. So a variable simply represents a number, and it can be any number. A constant is a number that does not change. So examples of constants would be the number 5, or maybe a fraction like 1/3, or a decimal like 0.7. Those are all examples of numbers that do not change. 5 is always 5. 0.7 is always 0.7. Okay, now, there are different kinds of expressions. Now, expressions are simply just math sentences. Numerical expressions are math sentences that contain only constants. So, for instance, like 10 plus 5 times 3. Okay, that's a numerical expression. There are nothing but constants there. Okay, algebraic expressions contain one or more variables, like maybe 2 times x, or 2x, plus 3 minus, let's say, parentheses, x plus 1. Okay, so here we have an algebraic expression because it contains a variable, and this time the variable is the letter x. All right, so numerical algebraic expressions. Okay, so now let's take some words and let's write them as algebraic expressions. So our first example here, Eve reads 25 pages per hour, and notice that the variable h is representing the hours. Okay, write this as an algebraic expression. All right, so if I want to write down as an algebraic expression how many pages she would read total, I would write this as 25 times h. Okay, and remember, we're not going to use the x, right? We're going to use either the dot or the parenthesis, or you can even write just the letter right next to the number. So 25h means 25 times h. And this should make sense, right? If she reads for 1 hour, she would read 25 pages, right? If she reads for 3 hours, she should read 25 times 3. That would be 75 pages. So this would be our algebraic expression to represent how many pages she would read. And notice that h can change, right? It's a variable depending on how long she read. Okay, here's our next one. Sam is 2 years younger than Sue. Sue is Y years old. Write an expression for Sam's age. All right, so how do you think you'd write that if Sam is 2 years younger than Sue? Well, if Y represents Sue's age and Sam is 2 years younger, that means he's 2 years less in age, right? So that would be Y minus 2. That would represent Sam's age compared to Sue's age, right? And this is a variable because depending on how old Sue is, Sam's going to be 2 years younger. If Sue is 12, then Sam is 10. If Sue's 18, Sam is 16. Okay? All right, good. Okay, we're almost done. Doing a good job. Remember, read some books.